Nice here to finally get a workout in, man, to be here now and settle in to where you guys are getting out from Oakland.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool to be settled in. First game over with. Now make our adjustments, come in here and get our prep in and get ready for the next one.
What are maybe some of those adjustments just in general that you guys might be looking to make?
I think it's obviously some adjustments we'll make in our pick and roll coverages, trying not to let those guys get as many clean looks as they did. But I think it's easy to look at the game, look at the final score, losing by 20 and everybody. It seemed like we just got blew out the water. But going into the fourth, it was a 6-point game. We had our opportunities, but the way we turned the ball over and let them score points off our turnovers, they scored over 30 points off our turnovers. That was a huge problem. But offensively, just taking advantage of the weak side, when they send doubles to the post and to the ball and pick and rolls, making them pay from those things. So going over the things that we want to do to go against that, to make them pay for all the attention that they're giving guys. And then on the defensive end, like I said, the pick and roll coverages, how we defend things off the ball with all the screens they're coming off of, just kind of clean those things up and go into the next game with a better plan, I guess.
Dame, and it's like the last series. You said whether you get beat by 1 or 20 or 25, it's one game, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to start game 2 down by 20. So, obviously, you don't ever want to have that type of game. But, I mean, the object, what you want to do is take care of home court. They won the first one. We came here to at least get one, and we still got an opportunity to do that. But we got to be much better to get that done. So, we still got that opportunity, and that's what we're going to try to go out there and do.
Feel confident after watching the tape and seeing where you guys made your mistakes?
Yeah, I feel confident. I mean, we felt confident going into the first game. Obviously, it didn't work out in our favor, but like I said, as much as we turned the ball over, the shots that we allowed them to get up and to be going into the fourth quarter and it still be a game, that shows that if we just a little bit better, that game is going to be much closer down the stretch. And that's the position that we want to be in. And I think tomorrow we'll put ourselves in a much better position.
Is that one of the things that gives you confidence, though, knowing that you're not going to turn over 21 more times, or you're likely not going to be off a shot that much?
I mean, we're confident to begin with. This isn't our first time playing against this team. We know that we're capable of winning, and we know we're capable of winning on their floor. And we just know, after looking at, breaking down film, we just know things that'll put us in a much better position to win. It's not about, us not having confidence. We saw things that we know we'll be in a better position, and that doesn't guarantee a victory, but we know we can do some stuff to put ourselves in a better position.
There was a moment last night you grabbed your hamstring and you're coming through a grueling 7 series. So can you just give me a sense of where you are physically?
Just a little bit sore. I haven't seen the exact clip, but it felt like I got kneed in my hamstring. I felt like there was some contact. I'm not sure what it was, but it was just a little bit sore. So I'm not sure I haven't done treatment yet, so we'll see.
If there was any fatigue since he had a 7-game series and their series was shorter than yours?
I mean, I think it was definitely some fatigue, but at this point, we're in the third round of the playoffs. After a long 82-game season, so who's not fatigued? That's not an excuse at this point.
Dave, how do you feel about the quality of the shots you've been getting, not only in Game 1 of this series, but throughout the Denver series?
I mean, I coming in, I know that teams are going to try to make my life hard. I know they're going to try to, any opportunity that I do get is going to be tough to get it. And sometimes when I need to make sure I stay aggressive, it's going to be a tough shot, because their focus is on me. But that just means I got to do a much better job of making them pay when they give me that attention. I turned the ball over a lot trying to get it out, and I think if I'm able to execute those plays and those passes without, turning it over and guys get opportunity to score on the weak side, then maybe they soften up and I can create higher quality shots for myself that way. But that's what it's going to be. It's not going to get any easier. I just got to keep playing the game and figuring out ways to get better looks.
How much, Dave, what comes to mind when you see this picture here?
That's funny, man. That's from the yearbook? You must have did some digging, man.
Mrs. Towers.
Oh, Miss Towers, huh? She didn't expose me. I'm gonna have to pay her a visit.
Damian, how much of the burden do you take on yourself to get the offense going? I mean, obviously you're the focal point of this offense. How much do you take that upon yourself to things turned around offensively?
I mean, it's obviously a group responsibility, but I have the ball in my hands a lot. You know, I know that there's a lot of what we do is not on my shoulders, but I'm responsible for a lot of our offensive possessions because coach allows me to call the game. He trusts my instincts. He trusts, the plays that I make. So when we come in a series against a team like this where you got to play good offense to have a chance to win, it's more pressure on me to value possessions and to create quality offense. And I just got to be better. I just got to be better at it. I think it's as simple as that. And after watching film, like I said, I was encouraged by things that I could have done better to put our team in a better position.
As productive as you've been throughout your career, your numbers against the Warriors have always been even better. How much of that has been the way they've guarded you? Is there any more emotion because of your hometown connection? And did they switch,
I think
switch
that's exactly why they guarded me. They came out this series guarding me that way. I think just over my career, I've always had big scoring games against Golden State, and obviously this is to go to the finals, so they're not going to come out and allow me to see what I've always seen from them. This is the first time they've defended me with. One time I had the ball on the wing and I had a live dribble. I hadn't even dribbled the ball, and they just ran another guy at me and double teamed me before I dribbled, and it worked out for them in that game. So why would they go away from it? So it's just something that we got to solve. But obviously it's completely different coverage than what I've seen over the course of my career from them.
Why do you think you've had such good games against them throughout your career?
They usually switch a lot, so I'm matched up with a big. Space out there, being able to just attack. They play a fast game, so a team like them that likes to get out and run and shoot threes is usually some long rebounds. It's a fast-paced game, so you get up and down. A lot of possessions, open floor. Except last night, they sent bodies at me. I only shot 12 times. I couldn't even get an attempt up. Sometimes I was looking to force a shot up just to try to get into a zone a little bit, and I couldn't find the opportunity because they just kept sending bodies. So.
Dave, how much did your upbringing keep you and this guy to be an even-keeled adult?
I think that's a huge part of it. Growing up around the environment I grew up in, the kind of people I grew up around, it's almost like nothing is ever really too much for me to get too emotional on either end, whether it's good or bad. When I'm on a high, I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool, but I don't get carried away with it. And then, when it's low, I'm just like, it'll come to pass. So I think it kind of made me that way, just even keel in whatever, the situation is.
Similar question, Dame, just about your upbringing, going to Oakland High School. How did that help shape the person you've become today?
I think Oakland High School specifically, that was like a big change in my life because I was, I grew up in a neighborhood. I wasn't wild, but I was a neighborhood kid. Like, I wasn't backing down from a fight. I wasn't backing down from an argument. I was a neighborhood kid. I went to Oakland High, and that was the first time, like, if I come to practice and I'm like 30 seconds late, they would like not start me the next game. And if I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing in study hall, like they wouldn't let me practice. Like they kind of held me accountable at a level that I hadn't been held accountable of before. So that was like the discipline and like the maturity for me just went to a different level when I got there. So that was like the difference for me. Like all my teammates, all my best friends went there. And in the past, I was always like a smart student, but I was lazy sometimes. And when I got there, everybody had 3.8s and 4.0s. So I was like the only dude that was like, let's go hoop. And everybody was like, we got to do our homework first. And I was like, so I kind of got accustomed to that type of culture when I came to Oakland High. So
what's the
it's a
story
good change.
behind
2 more questions.
Ace jersey you wore last night? Have you had that a long time? And
I actually had that jersey for about a year.
what inspired you to wear it last night? Just the game one.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Did you also grow up an Ace fan, I assume?
I grew up an A's fan, Raiders fan, Warriors fan.
Did you play a lot of baseball growing up?
I played baseball like three or 4 years.
What position?
Shortstop.
Huh?
Shortstop.
Shortstop. Natural.
Natural.
Wrap it up there. Thanks, Dave.